Hello,
and welcome.
to the Minimum Wage Podcast.
Where even the name is above our pay grade. It has been no time since last week's episode. Welcome back. It's been a whole week, but quite literally, we just ended that other podcast 5 seconds ago.
It could have even been more than 1 week.
No lie.
It could have been.
You legitimately. However, it's only been seconds for us.
It's been moments.
Right.
But moments.
We cut off at one point, and the point where we cut off at was probably where we were talking about working out.
Right around there.
I believe
Yeah.
that was about.
And you were going to tell us your workout routine.
Indeed. I'm going to give credit where credit is due because I did not craft it fully.
Ooh.
I have made some adaptations, though,
Okay.
for my own self.
Indeed.
Where'd you get it?
Gabe Densmore.
Ah,
The gym rat himself.
indeed.
He's looked into it a lot more than I have. I know more of like how your body breaks down and delivers stuff than he does. But he knows more of the workouts and how to do them in forms. Monday, we hitting up some chest and try. Is going to be bench press 4x8, dumbbell press 4x8, dumbbell flies 4x10, and then dumbbell pullovers 4x8. And then for triceps, skull crushers 4x8, dumbbell kickbacks 4x10, dumbbell overhead extensions 4x10. Moving on to Tuesday. It's going to be our back and biceps.
Okay.
Indeed. And on that, we're hitting up a T-bar row, 4 for 8. Then we're going for the pull-ups, 4 for 8. If we can get 4 for 8, we hope. We try. Chest-supported rows, which is 4 for 10. Dumbbell bent over rows, 4 for 8. And then deadlifts, 3x5. I couldn't do the deadlifts because you can't do deadlifts at Planet Fitness. I hate Smith machines. I'm sorry. They're fine for certain things. I can do squats on them, but I can't stand them for deadlifts.
Yeah.
I want to pull the weight off the ground on a deadlift. I don't want it resting on a machine.
Facts.
So for that, I just do explosive squats. I mean, not explosive squats, explosive lunges, where you jump from one lunge to another with weights in your hands. Terrible. Hate it.
Yeah.
I love it so much. It's the only reason I could dunk in high school, aside from the plyometric chaining. For the biceps, incline curls. Then we're going with some easy bar curls. Love the easy bar curls.
Wait, what was this day?
This is Tuesday.
We're still on Tuesday.
We're still on Tuesday.
Mashy.
I do not skimp on the workout.
This is back and bicep.
Yeah, whenever I work out, my main goal is to make sure those muscle groups can't really move on the way home.
Yeah.
That's my main goal.
Yeah, which is kind of dangerous because sometimes I drive home after I push myself and it's
yeah, your arms don't
Especially
work correctly. Oh no,
leg day, dude. I don't know how fast.
Dude,
I was gonna say, you ever look down at the speedometer and be like, I did not know I was going 80.
Got a little story.
Yeah, a little story about leg day, dude. So this actually, it didn't happen to me, but it happened to my friend Colin, who I work out with. And
we need to get on this podcast.
Yeah, we will get him on soon.
I've heard a lot about him.
Yeah. Anyway, so he was driving home after leg day one day.
Uh-huh.
And as you know, your legs are a little shaky after leg day if you did it right.
Little wobbly.
Indeed.
If you did it right, you're probably not going to be walking right. You're probably not going to be driving right either. Because
Mercy.
believe it or not, it needs your right leg to hit the gas pedal and the brake.
Mercy.
So he pulls out, and our gym is actually right by a substation for the police.
oh yeah.
And would you not know it, but who pulls out after him but a cop?
Oh no.
Okay, and he gets to the stop sign. So you pull out of the gym, you take the left, and then right down the road, at the end of this road, there's a stop sign. And he was sat there, every ounce of his strength, just struggling, his legs
trying
shaking
to
on
push
the brake.
this thing.
The car was literally shaking. He was shaking right there while the
trying
cop
his
is behind
darndest.
him, dude. And then he takes the right. And wouldn't you know it, but the cop follows him.
He gets lit up.
Bro, he doesn't get lit up.
Okay.
He proceeds to follow him for the next, mile and a half, 2 miles back to his house. The entire time while Colin's ass is just trying to shake and get himself home, dude. It was so rough. But, if there was any point for the cop to be following you, that would not be the point in time after a good leg day.
Because you couldn't even pull over.
No, absolutely not. He say, step out of the car. Step out of the car. You're like,
officer, I
Officer,
can't step
gonna
out.
need
I'm
a
about to
little
fall
help.
down.
At that point, all I have
Officer,
to say is,
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Exactly.
I hope your emergency brake isn't the one that's the foot.
Facts.
Mine
dude.
is a foot.
If you have a
Mine's
pull
foot.
bar, you're good.
Mine's a foot.
Yeah.
Mine's a foot as well.
We're all messed.
Yeah.
I can tell you there have been some times where I've done leg day and I couldn't because I got home and I could only push a tiny bit. I couldn't push it all the way. I was
There's
like,
no way. Yeah.
On to Wednesday, though?
Yeah.
On to Wednesday.
Shoulders. Strictly shoulders.
Oh.
And that's going to be seated dumbbell overhead press. However, nope, that's right. I did add it on. My bad. I also do Arnold press. You know the difference between the two? Seated Arnold.
Oh.
I do those while I'm standing up.
Yeah,
I like that.
You can do them standing. You can do them however you want them to, but that's a really, really, really good.
Oh, no,
I
yeah,
see
really?
my biggest shoulder gains off of those. That and
For real?
shrugs. I'll do shrugs whenever I have nothing else to do around the house. Just
Yeah.
sit there with the 40s.
Shrug gave me so hard, bro.
Sit there with the floor.
Also, one that I really, really like for shoulders, they have you go to Planet Fitness, so you know. They have the shoulder machine like this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Mercy.
mercy, Lord.
Mercy.
Mercy, Lord. That one gets you hard.
After that, it's going to be some
dumbbells.
dumbbell lateral raises, which I know we all hate. Or at least I do personally. I like to do them because I know they're doing a great job.
What's the movement for that one?
Weights on the side.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love
yeah.
those. Yeah.
Those are crazy.
The Eagles.
Hurts, but it's fantastic.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's
it's
a good
wild.
Then you
It's an
got
experience.
incline reverse dumbbell flies, which is where you're like laying face forward on the bench and then you come out like this.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
You ever tried those on the machine?
I don't think so. No, I don't typically do machines. I like free weights a lot better.
I love free weights too, but the machines isolate. They're
That's
so good, dude.
I love free weights. I was bread and buttered on free weights. All my gains.
All I do is free weights,
All
bro.
my gains up until I moved out were from free weights.
Dude, I mean, I was the same way. We worked out in the same gym, believe it or not.
No, we didn't.
Oh, yeah, because
My gym was in
in
my
that
garage.
gym. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's facts.
We did. I worked out there a couple of times. I remember like the exhaustion days. I think that we did that like once or twice where you just set up a bunch of dumbbells from low to high and everyone does as many reps as they can throughout and then back.
I remember passing around
Love
a
it.
bar at the end of one of those days, passing around a bar and just doing bicep curls until you couldn't.
And then
you
you handed
passed
it
the
off.
bar.
And then they hand it back to you and you do it until you couldn't.
Fun thing about those two is it's okay to do cheat reps after you can't do regular reps because you're still tearing the muscle. You're
Right.
still allowing growth to be made.
And to be fair, in the real world,
You can't just be like, oh, I'm tired. I'm going to let this fall on this kid. No, you
Right.
guys sit there and put
no,
up.
it's you're still
Exactly
sitting
right.
there no matter
Yeah.
how funky it is.
We got
Yep.
dumbbell
line.
upright rows and then shrugs.
Mm.
Indeed.
I gotta get them.
That's a beautiful workout.
It is.
Thursday is leg day.
Yes.
There it
Thursday
is.
is leg day. And we're going to do that with some barbell squats, Bulgarian split squats.
I love Bulgarians.
But I only do those. Me and Ruth go to the gym
Wait.
together. I only do those because
The
those
workout
hurt
or
her
the
knees.
people?
Both. Both, dude. I
no.
love Bulgarians and I
No.
love Bulgarian split
And
squats.
if
I'll
you
tell you
can't do
what.
those, I just recommend, because some people really do struggle with them because
Yeah.
they can be very painful on your knees. I just say just do some lunges. But make sure they're backward lunges.
They're similar. One thing that I have found that actually helps, it makes all the difference actually, is wearing shoes that are kind of floppier so my foot can actually rest on the bench.
Some floppy
So,
shoes.
like, I don't know what you do, what you use your foot that's rested on. I don't know what you rested on, but for
It's
me,
on a bench. Normal.
I got to do a little demonstration.
Go for it.
So I'll be doing this, right?
Mhm.
And if I've got floppy
Microphone.
shoes, they kind of
Microphone.
bend out.
Microphone.
Sorry. Yeah, I'll be doing this. If I got floppy shoes, they kind of bend at my whim. And so
Right.
I've got like my foot kind of planted.
Kind of sunken
Rather
into the
than my
bench.
shoe be propping up to where it's a weird angle, I've got that like that, so it's a much more natural.
Movement. Yeah,
Yeah.
most definitely.
And right now my legs are cooked.
I'm telling you. If I
I
do a
did
good
legs
leg
2
day,
days ago and they're cooked.
that's how you know you did a decent workout, though.
Yes.
Let's see. If we went ahead, that's right. I lost my spot somehow. Third is Romanian deadlifts, otherwise known as the Tates.
The Tates.
The Tates. No, I'm kidding. And then calf raises. But I have fairly big calves. I won't say
Yeah.
I have like the hugest calves in the world, but I have pretty big
Yeah.
calves in comparison to most. But
Mercy.
always do calves to failure, and if you can, do ISO and on a raised surface. And I mean, like, do something on it like where it's like on this, where you can put it on something. That way you can get the depth downwards and the depth upwards.
Exactly.
But every time do it to failure. and switch the way you do it, inwards, outwards, and forwards.
Dude, I was going to say
or
that
else you're not going to hit the whole voluminosity of
both
the calf.
sides. You've got to hit left, right. Some people do center too. I found that doing this one and this one both hit it. And one thing that I found as well, have you ever done levels? So you're down?
As much as you can, try to describe these motions for the people who are just listening.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
That's
so
fair enough.
For the people that are just listening, you've got your foot propped up on a bar or whatever. At my gym, we've got a machine for it. So it's a bar that your feet rest on. And then you have a seat that moves up. Or some they have a different version of it where the bar moves when you push your feet. So mine, I push my feet and the seat moves on this track. It moves upwards in a diagonal motion.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
And what I do is I start by pressing my heels down I extend my heels as far as they can go.
Right.
Then I slowly tilt them up to about a mid position and then rest. So I have it low, 2 seconds, go to the mid, 2 seconds, then fully extend my toes out and sit there for 2 seconds, pull back, mid, 2 seconds, back down, 2 seconds. Incredible. And then do that. So there's levels. So it's not just one motion where you're down and then up. It's down, middle, full extension.
Right. You're testing your muscle.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I do it with my heels facing inwards to each other. And then I do it when I feel my heels opposite each other. So my toe...
Full range of motion.
My toes facing each other. Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Quite I'll have to check out that machine next time.
Dude, yeah. It's a beautiful machine, and it will cook your calves like none other.
I like doing leg press on leg day, too.
Leg press is nice one.
That's like the last thing I'll do, though. Just as like a burner.
Dude, one thing that you really got to start utilizing is the leg machines they have. It's super important. Legs, a lot of people that love the gym hate leg day, right?
Yeah.
Leg day is the most important day.
I was about to say, I'm the opposite. Leg day is my favorite.
Yeah, I love leg day too. But probably because we both have giant legs. So we're just pushing hella weight. And we're like, yeah, who are all these little minions that can't push 240? Like, but there's one machine.
Plyometrics in a minute. I can still touch rim.
There's one machine that you have to use if you use no other leg machine. And it's the leg extension machine where you just quite simply, just push your legs up. You've got a bar resting on your shins.
I was about to say, do you know the reason?
You just push your legs up.
My quads are probably the size they are. It probably wasn't just because of the squats, even though that really helped out a lot.
Sure.
It was my dad had like a multi-functioning bench, so it could become a squat rack. It had a pull-down thing on it too, and it had what you just explained, but on the front. So I could load as many 25 plates as I could fit on there, or add like 35s and 25s, and just like at the end of leg day, just go for it. Yeah. Even though it might just be like 20 or 30, like it was still knocking out.
Yeah, I max out the machine.
I love it. Oh wow. No, not pounds. I meant reps.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Well, I max out the machine and I go 10, 3 by 10. So I
always like to. I try to end off each workout with one thing for failure.
Okay, yeah.
Just to like make
I go
sure
to failure on every single machine. I go to failure. Every single exercise I go to failure. So that's. I mean, I don't know if it's the best, but it definitely cooks me.
It works.
It does.
It definitely works. Yeah. And I just say,
there have been some results.
If I go to failure, I'm literally giving every single ounce of strength that I've got.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I don't know how I could do better than that. Anyway, so I go to failure on that. On my last set, because otherwise I probably would not be able to do my last set. If I do 2 10s and then go to failure, like I probably wouldn't be able to get like 10. So if I go to failure, and then I wouldn't be able to get 10 on my last. So I do 10 10 failure. Incredible. On the leg press. Anyway, or leg extension. Sorry. But that I would definitely recommend you start trying. You could probably max it out right now where you're at, but
more than likely,
it's quite a workout, dude.
I bet.
Yeah. So there's that one. Also, like, have you really not used any of the leg machines over there?
I'm gonna be completely honest. I usually I usually do a warm up. I like to warm up before each exercise, or not each exercise, but each time I go to the gym.
Yeah, the workout.
So I'll go to the little warm up room and I'll do stretches. I'll do some light ab work because I have a day dedicated for abs.
Really?
It's Friday. The last day of the week is abs. Just tear them up, and then Saturday, Sunday rest. That's my whole routine.
Wow.
But normally it's go ahead, stretch, do your abs, cardio, then I go to work out.
Mm-hmm.
So get all the blood pumping, get the abs dealt with, make sure my core is activated, and make sure I'm limbered up.
Love that, dude.
So
I always stretch before and after every workout. They
Right.
have stretching machines at Planet Fitness, so you can go through the routine that they have there. Also, by the way, if you look at the stretching machine, it's got a little icon and a little like box for you to be able to do a quad stretch. Do not do it how they say. You can stretch your quad quite simply by standing straight up and grabbing your toes and bringing your toes to your butt. That's a quad stretch. However, if you're using the machine, if you're doing it to the T based on the machine, they want you to flip the seat over, put your leg on the machine, and then bend your knee like that.
It's just
It's
just a Bulgarian squat.
Yeah, it's just a Bulgarian
just a
squat, and you're
Bulgarian
not getting the full extension you could get from your quad just by
Exactly.
grabbing your toe. So that's just a pro tip right there.
A little tidbit.
Yeah.
that's the bottom line.
Straight from me, bruh.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah. And if there's anybody you should be taking workout tips from, it's not me, but I'll definitely give you some.
Yeah. Me personally, every day I do some sort of a cardio, whether that be a run, a jog, walking up a hill in a weighted vest, doing walk, jog, sprint, push-up, walk, jog, sprint, push-ups with a weighted vest.
That's incredible.
Dude.
That's
Yeah, it
machine.
is. You best
That's some
believe it.
crazy stuff. That's
It
some
is some crazy
that's some
shit.
David Goggins shit right there, bro.
It's a burn, dude. And
I bet.
It burns like crazy stuff.
It burns so good.
It
I
burns
see.
so good. And then I go to work out after that.
Yeah.
Sometimes, which after doing a weighted vest with for like 100 push-ups and like running for a mile and a half, some of that being full sprint, and then going to work out
Mercy.
until I pretty much
I used to warm up leg day.
pretty much what I do is I work out until I get to the edge of it being unsafe, because then I couldn't drive home.
Yes.
You know? And
I say we were on a business meeting last night, and I just heard John say, "All right, it's time for dead hangs."
Oh yes.
yeah, that's what I said.
Have you ever hung?
I do. No, I have a. So I actually just implemented a rule.
They're wild.
In my household for myself, and that is every time I walk in and out of my bedroom, because that's where my
Pull-ups.
pull-up bar is, I have to do as many pull-ups as I can.
As you can.
Well, that's
Oh.
just because
Man,
well,
it's
that's
always
chin-ups,
dead.
not pull-ups.
Oh really?
I'm doing chin-ups for the simple reason of I've always wanted really big biceps.
Yeah.
And I have sizable arms, but I want huge biceps.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to
same
get
way.
my chin-up gains up there.
Yeah.
And so anytime I walk through, as long as I remember to do it, I'm going to do it. Most
Yeah.
of the time,
Indeed.
I indeed remember to do
So
it.
But-
that's so funny because you remember the COVID summer.
Well,
Yeah,
COVID
you
summer.
you
Wait,
were.
wait. I want to say one last piece. So
Please.
how I choose which muscle group I target, I don't have like a set schedule.
Yeah.
It's just who's ready to die.
Yes.
It's which muscle group is the least painful right now.
Yeah,
Which
absolutely.
one am I having too easy of a time using?
That's funny. man.
That's the one we're going after today. It's like arms are too easy. Oh, poof, burn them.
Yeah, if you
Back on the
remember
ground.
myself before COVID summer, I was a sizable individual.
You're still a sizable individual, but you're a built individual.
I'm a built individual. Back then, I was
8th grade, 9th grade.
I was 235 pounds and
What?
little muscle. Not Bill boy.
Big
Bill
old
boy. Not that much muscle either. So that was like 200. A lot of that was
You have
fat.
me beat by 10
Mercy,
pounds for the
mercy.
heaviest.
Okay.
I was
Yeah.
225.
So COVID summer, I had nothing to do other than play video games, do pull-ups, drink water, and eat eggs. And so I did just that.
Indeed.
And every single time I entered or exited my room, I do a pull-up. So like an exit, that's a pull-up. An enter, that's a pull-up. And then it got to a certain point where that was way too easy.
So then it was two.
So it was
3.
two pull-ups.
And then
Then it was 3. Then
I
it
was
was
about to
4.
say, right now I'm doing like 2 to 3. Just
Yeah.
like knocking out as quick as I can.
Indeed.
It started getting like too easy to the point of like I would be sat there like doing 10 pull-ups every single time I entered or exited my room. So I just said, okay, 10 pull-ups every time I enter or exit. I'll cap it at that.
Exactly.
And I sat there for forever while I was living out of my parents' house.
Dude,
I had the pull-up bar, and
I
it wasn't
would
in my
be
room.
shredded by noon.
But yeah,
Because I pay so much.
yeah, it was incredible, dude.
I would just
Time of my life. Anyway,
every 5
nowadays I still have like residual pull-up strength, just like very similar to farm strength. It's
That's-
hidden, but it's there.
Indeed.
That's the beauty of working out for a long time, is that you don't really necessarily ever start from ground zero.
Muscle
again.
memory, baby.
Right. So if you don't work out for an elongated period of time, it's fine. You can probably get back to the same spot in a month or two.
Yeah.
That's why I tell anyone, it's like you can't hit your PR anymore. I'm like, give me a month. If
Yeah.
I really went serious on squat, I could probably hit my PR.
Without a
so
doubt.
pretty much what's happening is I'm just pushing myself like further and further every time I get in there, and I'm able to increase reps by like 2 or 3 every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's like always trying to push reps and sets as much as I can.
As long as you're putting in that work every single time and getting enough sleep, getting
I'm about
enough
to say,
food.
You know what's really good?
Enough
Oh,
protein
what's
as well.
really important, right, is what you eat. And
Yeah.
I love making a salad, throwing in some cheese and chicken.
Mm,
That's it. It's just a nice
can't get better than that.
spring salad, some cheese, some chicken, some homemade like
You can get canned chicken pretty cheap, actually.
Italians.
Yeah.
It's not
No, have you
bad.
seen the Costco
It's
canned
not
chicken? Dude,
I
Costco?
use the
It's
either
scrumptious.
Costco or Sam's cans of chicken. I toss it in a pan, toss some seasoning on it. The first time's hot, the other time it's just to bake the seasoning into it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's incredible, and it's incredibly healthy.
No, it's so good. You just put like I prefer olive oil because I'm in a bit of a bulk at the moment. So
Dude, I'm the same
I
way.
love olive oil, especially if you cannot gain weight, take a shot of olive oil every single day, or add it into your protein shake. It helps you bulk. It's called
Certainly
a dirty
does.
bulk for a reason. Too.
That's real
you
dirty.
really need to gain the weight.
Emphasis on dirty.
Dirty. It's
Dirty.
not like my friend JoJo who went to that place. You remember how you were talking about Jackie M's?
If you're gonna eat the oil, you might as well like make
Fry
fries.
something.
Yeah, fries.
I mean, you
something.
could cook with it, but then you won't get the same nutritional value. It'll be somewhat of it's in the food. Somewhat of the food's in the oil then at that point.
What do you mean? I mean, you're already eating the food, and you want the oil too, so you get it both.
I thought you meant
best
take a
both worlds.
shot after you've cooked with the oil. I was like,
Oh no, just
No,
like
yeah, he's saying cook the oil.
like you get a lot of oil in fried food if you just don't drain it as well.
I was simply trying to say, if you're making a protein shake and you need more caloric intake on a daily basis, pop a shot of oil in that
I think
thing.
currently I burn twice as many calories as I'm taking in.
That's horrible.
That means you're losing weight. That's what I
Yeah?
did to lose weight.
yeah,
What's this?
that's what you have.
Oh, you want? I see.
Yeah,
My
I'm
bad.
doing both. I'm pretty much tearing down in terms of weight and then
You're
turning.
replacing.
Yeah, I'm doing what you do after.
That's always been
A
super
bulk.
difficult.
After the
for me.
bulk you cut, I'm cutting.
Okay, so you bulked, now you're cutting.
Yeah, we're cutting.
Yeah, that's what you should
That's
do.
fair enough.
That's how cycles should go.
That's exactly what I do.
That's what I
And
do
I mean,
too.
I was
Most
pretty
people-
toned at the end of my
Most people
senior year,
don't
but then I
take
was like,
this
all right,
time of
it's time to
year
bulk
as
again.
a time to cut, but I'm like, nah, this is bad. I mean,
No,
in my
I
opinion,
cut
this is my
like
favorite time of year to cut.
2 months before summer.
Yeah.
See, most
Maybe
people cut
2
before
months,
summer.
maybe
I
a month
bulk
So
before
before
summer.
listen to what my plan is, okay?
Oh,
I'm in the midst of a bulk right now, dude. I'm the biggest. Well, hopefully not the biggest.
He's
I'm gonna be.
185.
I'm 185.
185. I outweigh this. Oh, where's my mic? There it is. I'm like 193. I think last
Yeah,
time I weighed.
It blew my
I'm
mind.
198. I'm probably 200 sitting here actually.
Yeah, it blew my mind pulling up today and hearing the fact that I'm smaller than both of y'all. But
But
I mean,
here's-
hence
was
why
gonna
I'm on
say,
the bulk right now.
Here's the thing: is I
Yeah,
used to be
bada boom.
225, and then I beat a bunch of people in the Chick-fil-A in a weight loss competition. I dropped 32 pounds in like a month and a half, maybe a month.
What?
I did a mega
Caloric deficit.
mega caloric deficit.
Yeah.
Started at half the calories. Because if you do online and do a BMR,
Mhm.
bodily metabolic rate calculator,
Basal metabolic rate.
yeah, you got it. It will go
bodily,
ahead.
bodily metabolic mesothelioma.
Whatever it be. Basically, how many calories does your body?
It's pitch black
and-
out.
It is pitch black out. That's crazy.
Thank God we got lights.
Thank God we got lights now,
But
honestly.
basically,
Oh,
Perfect
dude, that-
timing, honestly, to get
dude,
lights.
No,
if you go ahead and you take,
no doubt.
let's say you burn 2K a day,
Yeah.
eat 1K, your body will automatically be eating its own fat.
Yeah.
And then eat high protein, low sugar, low carb.
Yeah.
That's really it.
That's it.
And then at one point, if you're really trying to like tone, cut out the sugar and carbs and just eat protein and drink water.
That's
See,
it.
I'm not trying to tone, so I didn't cut out the sugar and carbs.
My goal is to be bulking as much as humanly possible until December.
Really?
Maybe even January, depending on how I'm feeling about the size of my bulk. You know, because I'm trying to get muscle mass. Right now, the goal is just massive muscle gain.
You said you're working out for failure, so you're going for hypertrophy more than strength.
Absolutely. I'm trying to get massive muscle gain, dude. Anyway, the goal is then to cut until my 21st and to be an absolute Arnold of a man on my 21st.
He's gonna, dude.
And I already know that I can get like insane abs by that point because running chisels your abs. I don't know why, but running chisels them. I know just from like I was very bulky.
That makes sense. My dad's 52, and I think he had a six-pack his whole life.
Have you ever ran?
He still does to this point.
While wearing a weighted vest?
No.
I bet it's hell.
It's a whole new world of pain.
Oh, actually, yeah, I have. I've run while wearing body armor.
I need to get a weighted vest.
That effectively will do it.
Yeah, it was quite a run.
It is quite a run.
Could actually, what would have been sick if you had if you ever start up your COVID routine again, the 10 pull-ups, whip up that, go ahead and throw on that weight vest once 10 pull-ups becomes easy again.
Yeah, I've actually done
Start
that.
up from ground zero.
Toss on that weight.
I've tossed on my book bag before to do some pull-ups. Like in the mornings when I'm about to leave for school, I'm like, you know what, let me get a couple out real quick. Get a couple out real quick.
Doing a push-up isn't crazy until you have a weighted vest and you're like doing walk, jog, sprints, and then you stop, and then you like are in the middle of a road of asphalt, just 10, crank up, get up, walk, run, sprint.
That's serious.
Push up, walk, run, sprint, and
that's serious
it's a
too.
burn.
Because after the sprint is when you're doing push-ups.
Yeah.
So you've got the least amount of oxygen running to your muscles.
It also makes sure that you can breathe. I can actually maintain breathing throughout the entire workout of just
Yeah. You've got the most fatigue that you'll ever be at because you have zero oxygen pretty much.
Indeed. And it's not always like a walk, jog, sprint. What I'll do is I'll usually like only plan out my next 3 pulls. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do a jog, push up, walk, sprint, jog, or something like that. Well, that was more than 2 or 3, but you know, sometimes it's also based off whether it's an uphill.
You use your workouts like people play chess. You're thinking moves ahead in this one.
That's literally
pretty much. I pay attention to what my body is saying, and then I tone it and burn it based off of what needs to be.
Do you do any variations in your push-ups? Because I will say,
with each time I go 1, 2, 3.
Push-up variations, not just like I'm gonna change where my hands are. More like
I'm gonna push with my tricep. I'm gonna push with my chest. I'm gonna
move
shoulder.
This and just show.
Please.
Okay, cool.
Please, by all means. And I'll comment about what you're doing right now, because obviously you can't do push-ups with a mic in your hand. Okay, yeah. Oh, jacket's coming off. Jacket
is off, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, jacket is off.
So there.
While you're doing it, please face this camera.
I will. So there's a few things you can do. One thing is adding height to where your hands are at. I don't have any dumbbells with me, but normally I would take my 40s and put them at shoulders width and get really good depth on that.
Okay.
But there is one that I noticed started killing you know how your pec, whenever it gets big enough, it starts to kind of flare out?
Yeah.
Started giving me a lot more of that effect whenever I started doing these push-ups in high volume. And that is whenever you go ahead and you take
you take your hands, you put them on the ground.
Mans is on the floor.
He's on the floor. I'll put my mic to your face.
Okay. So my head is going to move with this one. Basically, you get in push-up position, and you're going to go ahead and move one arm all the way over here, and you're going to try and...
Oh, he's going sideways here.
Right.
Is what he's
going sideways.
Man, just pushing up left and right as opposed to just up and down. He's adding another axis of movement here. Going from the left to the right between each push-up.
And if you can get... I used to be able to get, like, right on the floor. Like right on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
With that.
Wow.
Grab your mic.
If you can get to that point, it starts to tear up your muscles.
Dang, dude, I have never seen that one actually.
I saw that on some
YouTube
bodybuilders
short.
do push-up No, this was a long time ago.
Okay.
Also,
before
active
shorts.
camera work today. This is getting
That's
wild.
beautiful. Yeah.
You know what's crazy is that this is like the only podcast where we've been in suits, and it's the only one where we've been like. In the
Yeah,
booth.
we've actually moved around. What is what is going on here?
We're like,
Yeah, I just need a
business
camera
attire.
up there.
Yeah, literally.
The
Well, I
ceiling
was thinking
cam.
about
Replace that light bulb.
lighting. We can probably look into getting these lighting things fixed up.
Yeah. Anyway, that looks like a beautiful variation. One thing that I saw was a push-up board. So what it has is color coordination, where it's got lines on
I
each
think I've seen
side.
these.
The angles.
It folds in half. Yeah, so you can mix the angles. You pull out the handles. There's little handles that pop in these circles.
Yeah.
Okay, and these circles have lines connecting two circles to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And on the bottom, they've got color coordination. You've got back, shoulders, chest, and triceps.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and based on which color you're putting your handles in, which two holes you're putting the handles in, I guess 4 because you got the left handle and the right handle,
Right.
you're going to be hitting a different muscle group.
Interesting.
And a different angle on that muscle group. So, like, there's multiple chests, there's multiple of each one.
Oh, that's cool.
So that, you can just go through the whole set. It's like a push-up challenge.
The last variation I would say I haven't mastered yet, but want to soon, is a fox up.
What is that?
One arm push up.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Those.
Yeah.
My dad can do those. My dad humbled me one day. Mind you, my father is 52 years old and can still do like 5 of these in a set. Came out to the living room.
Disgusting.
I couldn't do one if I tried.
I was doing push-ups. I was at about 15, solid 15 push-ups.
Solid 15.
And this man walks in the room, is like, that's cool. And then does 5 of those in front of me. Just goes back to reading his novel about wizards and vampires. I'm like, who are you?
Oh, my God.
Do you work for a secret agency? Is the math professor thing a gig?
No,
a gig?
yeah, he's with the feds for sure.
He's working for the
You better
feds.
watch what you say around
That's the
that.
bottom
man.
Far too a professional.
Yeah, he's definitely with the feds or something,
Oh,
man.
Mercy, mercy.
He's literally more in shape than me. I am in a bulk, though. I'm in a pretty heavy bulk.
Yeah. I don't think that man's bulked since he was like 20.
No, so
He's just maintained.
after he got to a certain age, he's like, this will keep my rotator cuff in shape, and this will keep my knees in shape, and this will keep this in shape. I'm just not going to push the weight. I'm just going to consistently stay the way I am.
Yeah.
And that's all he's done. I just don't think he does the push-ups before bed anymore, but he still might. I don't know if he runs more than you. You probably might be running more than him at this point.
I don't
He
know.
does 2 8s and an 11
So
every week.
in a week, I might run more than him, but in a setting, I
Well,
don't.
if he runs 2 8s and 11, then
2 8s throughout the week, and
He's
then an
running
11 on
26.
Sunday.
so he's running 26 times 4.
Plus, I think he works out 3 or 4 times a week.
Yeah, he's running more than I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's running more than I
He's
am.
literally a machine.
This man is running 100-mile months out here.
He's running more than
And
yeah.
he's running
Because
more than that.
I ran
and
August
he
was
gets
my
all
first
of
100
that
mile
done
month.
before 6:30.
Yeah.
Takes a shower, gets ready, eats breakfast. Doesn't even eat breakfast. Skips breakfast, goes to work. I think he has I think he just has a cup of coffee.
Who here doesn't
Animal.
eat breakfast? Because I don't eat breakfast.
I've been skipping it more recently. Almost like a 1 meal a day type thing, but it's like normally a pretty big meal.
That's
Okay.
kind of mine. Are like 2 kind of.
Is that really
meals.
good for a
Sometimes
bulk?
both of my salads. Well,
Both of your salads.
It's more of a
yeah.
lackluster bulk. Just
Yeah,
kind of
sounds
like eating heavy, but I'm not trying to get super huge. So I'm not
Yeah.
eating like stupid heavy.
yeah.
But yeah, trying to train as much as I can while building a business and maintaining a job.
Facts. Yeah, it's a
Indeed.
difficult
As
balance
I
to
say,
keep.
I do not have as much free time as
Yeah.
probably some of y'all think.
No, it's the same thing with me, dude, because I'm
Until,
working
like,
on my
nighttime rolls
thesis.
around.
You know, I'm working on my thesis. I've got classes. I've got work. And then I've got to hit the gym for 2 hours.
I have
You
more
know?
free time than them.
You have by far the most free
You
time.
probably-
Yeah,
the most free
that's
time.
just the bottom line. Which is why I'm trying to push to like go make some main channel thing. Cause
Exactly.
I spend a lot of hours playing Xbox, and like I would,
Excuse you.
and and it's like I could very easily be using those hours to edit. I'm sitting like, man, I should.
If
be
you had
editing.
content to
so
edit.
why? And so now I'm like, well, wait a minute. I do already have some content. I have our previous podcasts, so I can chop up those, and make some shorts and all that. So I'm gonna start working on that. Mercy.
Love that.
Pushing around these lights here.
With the lights.
But yeah,
When was the last time you played video games? This will be the last topic because
you
we're
mean
getting.
like console,
Yeah, like-
PC.
Yes. console PC like video game. You sat down to play some
I
video
think the
games.
Switch count. Or just him by himself.
Just him by himself,
okay,
dude.
just him by himself.
Mobile games don't count, correct?
No.
It depends on the mobile game.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess if you're playing like COD Mobile or...
Is Pixel okay?
How often are you doing that?
Pixel 3D, I probably play it like twice a week. I don't have a lot of time to play video games.
Yeah.
But like if I have a minute to sit down, or if I have like a really slow morning, like I'm not doing anything. I actually like have that day off of work, and it's like, all right, maybe I just have a morning to relax. Then I might hop on the game. But then again, I'm always sitting there like I could be using this time to make an email.
So
I could be using this time to make a business.
That's
like,
always in
decision.
the back of your mind.
Always in the back of my mind, like I could be doing so much more
Yeah.
than this. But
And I've gotten to
think
that
I
point,
need
too.
to give myself just a little. And it's not like I have like a, oh my gosh, crazy packed schedule, but I don't have like a lot of free time.
Yeah.
So whenever I can sit down there and enjoy something like that, I normally think of it more like this is more of a positive thing for how the rest of my day is going to go
Yeah.
and how just my future is going to determine. And I'm not saying video games determine the future, but it's something that's enjoyable. It's like whenever me and Ruth sit down to watch like a show whenever we eat, instead of just eating really quickly and going on to the next thing,
Yes.
taking a minute to enjoy some time with obviously one another, but also to, have some entertainment.
watch some Family
Sure.
Guy.
Or like have some friends over to play Jackbox or something.
Hell
Like, yeah,
yeah.
we'll do that. But I have not found it smart, in my opinion, yet to purchase a console for myself.
Yeah.
I will
See-
get a Switch fairly soon because those aren't as expensive as the consoles I want. I want a PlayStation. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
You want PlayStation?
I want a PlayStation and an Xbox.
Dude, that's crazy.
I kind of want both
That's
of them.
crazy, dude.
Get on the
So
Xbox
for me-
train.
No, I'm
I
saying I
have-
want an Xbox too.
It's just,
Yeah.
Gotta
In the
get that Series
past,
X.
like, I don't know, year, I would say I've played a combined total of 10 hours of video games.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I will say though, I'm not as consistent. I log on to like 2 little games I have that I've just had since high school every day.
I take that back.
Oh.
Chess probably brings that number up to like
I have
50.
I have mobile chess on my phone. I didn't count that as a video game, but I'll
Yeah.
do that if I'm sitting around for long periods of time.
Yeah, I played chess all the time.
I've only
Actually,
beat the
that's-
computer twice. It's so annoying.
Dude, that's
So-
a funny story too. I keep on finding more stories, but actually,
Dude, we
at
got
your
stories,
house,
man.
I was introduced to chess
Yeah,
for
we
the
played
first
it.
time in my life.
We tried it. We thought we were playing against each other, but it was just online chess.
You were how old and you hadn't played chess?
I was 19 years old. 19 years old, and I had never played chess.
That is wild.
Not a once, dude.
That
Crazy.
being said, please like this video and subscribe. Be sure to hit the bell, drop a
course.
comment. We don't have a comment for people. Drop out your workout routine or whether or not you work out. This has been part 2 of the podcast
2.
with the good Sir Charles here. Charles,
Yes.
if you would like to
Another business handshake to go.
link and plug any
Yes,
of your stuff.
plug
you
your
can,
stuff real
link
quick.
and plug.
I'll give him the handshake just to make
Yes.
things solid because this is contractual. Yeah.
Contractual agreement.
Contractual agreement.
As you all know, my business's name is VizClean LLC, even though you don't really need the LLC on there.
Indeed.
I have an Instagram, which is going to be VizClean LLC, crazy as it might seem.
No way.
You can email me at VizCleanLLC@gmail.com. I'm going to be coming out with a business card pretty soon,
Yes.
so I can probably leave that at like the office
Yes, please.
or something like that. I know a few places that I think I could probably get those into. I do not have a website yet.
Okay.
That's going to be one of y'all helping me out with that at some point.
Mercy.
I'm down,
It's
dude.
got to be pristine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Um,
Aside from that, my Facebook is up, but it doesn't have the VizClean LLC. They won't allow you to make a account named after a business for some reason. I can't do it, at least. I think I need to have a professional account.
Oh, no, yeah, you need a marketing account.
Yeah, we go.
Yeah, it's weird, dude.
by the way, we also have all those links you'll be able to find maybe in a LinkTree, maybe not in a LinkTree, based off of whether or not he
I
makes
see
a
what I can
LinkTree
do
by the
tonight
time
with
this
the
gets
new
posted.
laptop.
Yes, sir.
But we have an Instagram too at
The Minimum Wage Pod.
there it is.
There it is.
There it
First
is.
time's a charm, dude.
Without further ado,
This has been
the Minimum Wage
Wage Pod.
Podcast,
Where Even the Name is Above Our Pay Grade. Peace.